na keep distance. If I had a wish, ningeitisha mamita. Yo, ukinipata na hivi wanajua wamaliza wakidhani mi ujoki kile kinafanya mi naisha. Autopilot na mi sina gawisa, walisema wako fly, niko na mbogi ya maliza. Tebu niambie kamistari umeniita, najua naponga chafu lakini mnalita. Saufabish mimi ndaleta beef, unaweza kuja na cabbage. Nimeharibu wala nimecost damage, usinipea do utanipea aje challenge. Ni waka kama juba ndo maana mimi mkifanya. Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do? Nothing. We go to the top, why you do? Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do? Nothing. We go to the top, why you do? Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do? Nothing. We go to the top, why you do? Me not up, we not up, brother. We say do you dirty and stay clean. You than them when we enter the scene. Kaji yako rada kwa idaro wako kin. So when they up fast, we remember the things. Aina dai kujipin, nisi matide zini kill. Gonna be surface on our party appeal. You know I am and you know I will. And if you like that, you can get the red pill. Soon I take in my chin. Snippet to follow, I'm a grand. I will respect my skills, cause I am still the best to ever do it. On a nitrous and a deal. With you na wame from na wakuji and a chin. Kama ni maji tutaka ni tuko na fin. Daishi kuwa washa juni wote mumesin. Kitota ni sabanda na dai tuku swing. Leta zote kanisha datu sini pata na hiva maribas na kuja nikiimba ririma kishasha ndiyo hila. Nasikiza makumila kwa speaker joki inatingika. Exoko wako Twitter na scroll. Kabla chore doba anamedi na magossip. Akidai kudishi labda kuletu makofi. Kadewe tembeza matu kuvunja magoti. Na chistu manoti. We go to the top, what you do? Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do? Nothing. We go to the top, what you do? Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do? Nothing. We go to the top, what you do? Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do? Nothing. We go to the top, what you do? Me not up, we not up, brother. We say do you dirty? We go to the top, what you do? Me not up, we not up, what you gon' do?
Wine all jeopardize over there with nothing. Welcome to the Blackwood File Radio Network, meteor of the 21st century, with your girl Iwerton Longoria, sending you nothing but love and light on Let's Fuck with Iwerton. How you feeling? How you doing? Hashtag the year of the fire horse. Drum rolls and redefining conversation, because you are the change you need to see in the world. Let me know on the side of the comment how you're feeling on the network, on YouTube, on BitChute. But I hope you're feeling fabulante, as you should, as you remember to download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackwoodfireradionetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements. I am taking my CMOS religiously each and every day. I hope you're ordering yours. General Mosquito, I have been pressuring you to order your BitChute. I hope you're doing so. Also, multivitamin Ashwagandha. We do have a clothing section. Mr. Sankara, I hope you've ordered your t-shirt, your hoodie, your beanie hat, your dad hat, t-shirt, Max bags with the Blackwood Fire Radio logo on it.
El Caliente.
Fabulante.
Fanadi.
Come on. Matades mitados. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a nice and lovely afternoon here in the 254 Kenya. And Sankara, I'm really happy to be here.
Okay, you seem happier today?
And reflecting it, how far we've come from last year. Very many shows we've done. Unajua, they say good things come to an end. So
sadly.
But
they don't have to come to an end.
It's a choice. Yes. But circumstances have to make good things come to an end. And I'm hoping that this is not a goodbye, but see you later.
Alrighty. Okay.
Yes. Otherwise, we've been doing fine. We've been learning kidogo hapa na pale and experiencing life. And let me tell you, by the way, I didn't expect since I got married, I've been eating healthily.
I'm still getting
And
used to
then
that, honestly, since I got married.
and
Yes.
then
Oh
it,
my gosh.
it's some adjusting to that you need, because at times I'll be like, I'm too tired to even cook. Let me just sleep. But right now, there's someone who is there, but like, nah, eat.
Right.
So it's some adjusting to make, and I like it. I like
You
the
like it?
adjustment. I like it. I like it.
Uh-huh.
And yeah.
Okay. That's the one and only Sankara in the building.
In the building, in the
If you're
building.
happy, that's what really matters.
Yes, if you're
Yes,
happy
so
and we
good.
clap your hands.
Aha.
Yeah.
So you're happy, that's what matters, and nothing but love and light, honestly. And I know you're basically evolving, being the best version of yourself. Yes. So it'll come for lessons from you whenever we get there. Whenever that time is. So before we start the conversation, I want to share a motivational video in regards to just do it this year. Do it. Whatever you want to do, you've been wanting to do. I don't know when. Just do it before we delve into the conversation about the real African history and heritage. And we do have Sankara talking about the fact that Ishowspeed is a CIA agent. I'm
Yes.
still curious
I
to
suspect
hear your
he is
perspective on that.
one.
I was like, okay, I want to listen to you right now.
I really suspect he is one.
Okay, we'll talk more about that. But right now,
mantra for 2026 is just do it. I feel like I spent so much time ruminating last year.
Yep.
Let me think about this. Oh, wait, let me strategize this. Let me write this down. Let me journal about this. It's enough. It's actually enough. Enough. I feel like it's just an excuse for procrastination.
You're definitely.
Literally, being ready is not a feeling.
It's a decision.
It is a decision. And I guess that's the quote of 2026.
Oh, fact. Oh, yes.
Maybe we need to get it framed. I don't care if I don't feel ready. I'm doing it.
Just do it.
I'm doing it.
Come on.
And no one's going to stop.
Self-care, do it. Travel, do it.
You want a new job?
Do it.
You want a new business?
Do it.
You want new friends?
Do it.
You want a new relationship?
Do it.
You want a new man?
Do it.
You want a new woman?
Do it.
Because she ain't be treating you right.
Do it. Do it. Child, do
You
it.
want a new diet?
Do it.
You want a new body?
Do it.
Go get that BBL.
If you want to be...
Or go to the gym.
Sam,
Or go to the
Sam,
gym. Go to
Sam,
the gym.
Sam,
I take it back. Go to the gym. You want that degree?
Do it.
You want to learn a new skill?
Do it.
You want to do a course?
Do it.
You want to earn more money?
Do it.
Do it, man. Do
And
it.
there is no limitation to
Enough
what you can do.
rumination. Do it.
Do it.
Do the damn thing.
I shall do it.
You want to slash your ex's tires?
I'm not part of you.
Do it. My mantra for 2026 is just do it.
absolutely, just do it. You've been journaling, you've been preparing, you've been planning all last year. You know what? As I said, literally doing it is not about procrastination. It's a decision. Do it. Being ready means it's not a feeling. It's a
choice.
come. It's not a thank you. It's a decision. So I'm on that vibe unapologetically. And I'm excited to see what the year of the fire horse is actually, magnetizing towards me. I don't know how you feel, but let's get into the conversation about the real African history and heritage. And we did have, or we're definitely being showcased on how Ishowspeed is traveling all over Africa. It's really, really beautiful scenes of a lot of things that people do not know about Africa, because they always showcase hashtag Mr. Beast, the worst places in Africa. But I was like talking about the fact that it should definitely showcase how there is a lot of homelessness in America. It's just
The same.
sad. All the money is trying to actually donate in Africa. I think it should start from home. Yeah, because they really, really do need it, like 100%. But Showcase came and actually just did correct the narrative of how people have been viewing Africa, and it's been beautiful. I was actually contemplating at the fact that, you know what, if you actually come and merges all the videos together, Netflix would buy that as on their platform. That's a very big deal, honestly. They'll sell it on Netflix. But why do you think, Speed? We do have a guest in the building, the one and only
Sankara.
Come on, and he thinks
and he thinks that Ishowspeed is a CIA agent.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is He's not a CIA agent in the way people might think he is. You know, the CIA
Like
stands
how?
for.
What do you mean? How people might think he is? What is that?
When I say CIA agent, the first thing that people think it's some shady guy with glasses and I don't know.
No, really. I think
black
people
suit.
are woke. You can just be a normal pretty girl
And what I could
or
say,
guy
yeah,
with jeans
yes,
and dreadlocks.
and what people need to understand is that in the name, it's the Central Intelligence Agency. Emphasis on the word intelligence. So there's something we call intelligence gathering missions.
Absolutely.
And what I could say is that CIA smells of a CIA rat because, first things first, his movement within Africa and inside Africa was too soft and too smooth for a personally funded and curated list, or like bucket list and an itinerary, because I was watching streams from several countries, including Rwanda, Zimbabwe, South Africa. I watched a few minutes of it, and what I noticed in that, as much as he had private security, there was government extension of government personnel security. These are clothed police uniforms. These are official government vehicles.
Right.
And to even make the matters interesting, in Kenya, he was giving a helicopter ride in a government helicopter. It's a Kenya Wildlife Service helicopter. And why do I say he might be an asset? Now, my reasoning comes to this. The Americans will have wanted to see the daily life of a daily Gen Z in Africa.
I think they've seen that a lot, and in the most worst scenarios.
Example?
I say Mr. Beast showcases the
No,
worst
Mr. Beast
faces.
does not show real life of a real Gen Z. I'm talking about a Gen Z who
So
that
what's your
nonchalant.
perspective on regards to he is a CIA agent? The fact that he's
They
not
needed
showcasing
cameras.
the
They
life,
needed cameras on the boot. You've heard of a statement or a saying that says boots on the ground.
but he came to Africa to experience
He
Africa.
came to experience Africa, but what did he
Yes.
experience it with? Cameras.
What's wrong with that? He's a streamer.
Yes, I have no
Yes.
problem. But someone in the office, in the Central Intelligence headquarters somewhere, they would be like, okay, we want you to stream, yes, no problem, but you also have access to those streams, because what I would say,
But
the American right now wants to see how an average African Gen Z is thinking. So how will they do that? They will want to see a Gen Z in their most non-defensive way, or in an undefensive environment. And
Okay.
how will they do that? They will make sure they are around someone who they're very comfortable with,
Okay.
someone they feel safe with. And what did we see? Everyone was screaming at this guy, right? So my notion seeing this guy as an intelligence agency is that his cameras were being used by boots on, something we call boots on the ground, so that someone somewhere might be able to see without having questions or without asking questions. Because if a random white person in jeans comes and starts recording random Gen Zs in my avenue, what will people do? What will people think?
Right.
But if they send someone
They
who's
can't
popular,
do that.
someone who's popular, someone who is known, people will drop their guards and they will rush there, giving the Muzungu access to how a daily average Gen Z thinks looks like in Africa. Okay? Because, and look at the countries he targeted. These are countries
actually
active.
You might be making sense in a way.
These are countries that are active with youth engagement, technology too. And if you look at the things that he was doing in the stream, I wish he was going and doing something educative. That's why we would say he's a streamer or he's doing his bullshit.
He's still a streamer.
But he was doing absolutely random things.
Right.
So
got it.
I believe, I believe, I say that because the CIA also funded something we call hip hop from the beginning, because they funded Akina Dr. Dre in NWA. And how did they fund them? This song, Fuck the Police.
Yeah.
It's a song funded by the government. And you think they're here talking shit about the government. It is the government that paid for the studio time. and the engineers.
Right.
That's why I would say the CIA
Yeah.
is very notorious
Mm.
and very cheeky.
Mm.
You will not suspect that guy is a CIA agent
Right.
until you sit down and be like, okay, what is this guy actually doing in Africa at such time? What are we supposed to be doing, we as the African youth? Are we supposed to be overtaking, overthrowing our governments?
Right.
And then this guy coincidentally is being sent to come and, misdirect us kidogo, and then people forget what they're supposed to do, or people forget about a
Or-
shitty government or whatever is supposed to be
Right.
happening. Or did he come to make us forget about the Venezuela thing? What did he come to do?
Maybe that also.
What did he come to do?
Because
Because
at the time the Venezuela thing was
it was
happening.
extremely hot.
Absolutely.
So I say my money is on Ishowspeed is a CIA agent, and it's a conclusion that came from his stream in China, actually not a
Okay.
stream in
Right.
Africa.
Yeah.
Because the first time I saw his stream outside
China.
America was
Yeah.
in China,
True, and it
and
was really big.
it was really big.
Yeah.
And it was the moment that he was inside the flying cars, I presume, right?
Yes.
And I would say that is the reason that, or that is one of the explanation, or like exhibits that make me suspect that Ishowspeed is a real CIA agent, because how else would America spy on China without China actually asking questions about it? I think you are actually suspecting you guys might be spying on us. They send a fucking streamer there, and you guys think that this guy is motherfucking streaming. Kuba, the guy is streaming, and at the same time the CIA is live with him too, watching everything he's saying. Because if Speed is live on YouTube showing Moy Avenue, then in the intercoms they will still see the same Moy Avenue.
Yeah.
They're still going to see how the general Gen Z in Kenya wears, how the general Gen Z talks, how the general Gen Z might think. That's why this guy will just come and do nothing and let people do their crazy shit to them. He'll just come and stand, and then people will start barking at him, and that's when he'll start barking back at you.
Right.
Your nonchalant boyfriends are here exposing how we think to the CIA. But I believe the guy might, and my money is
That
on,
makes sense.
and my money is on the guy is a CIA agent, because we need boots on the ground, and we don't want people to suspect how we are getting. You remember, intelligence. They are gathering information. That's what that's the intelligence part.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy to come and if you actually come and do further research, you're gonna find some of your favorite artists are Mossad agents, and some of your favorite actors are Mossad trained agents.
Right.
Who have received training in how to collect and gather intelligence. And rule number one is in gathering intelligence is make sure you fit in.
Facts.
Fitting in is very key in intelligence gathering. You might think I am a teacher. You might think I am a teacher in a certain school, but really, you might think I am a priest.
Yes.
But
a farmer.
I'm a farmer.
Yeah.
And I say this because there was.
I'm glad saying Corey. See, he gives me hope for Africa. So how does he know so much? Because he gives me hope. He's not naive. He's not stupid. Understands Mossad and the CIA run around all throughout Africa to make sure Africans stay poor. That these are facts. So he's right about that. But because that's what happened right now in Iran. If you guys don't know, the Mossad agent in Iran. That's why you got destabilization in Iran right now, and them trying to overthrow the government from within, because you have Mossad agents all throughout Iran right now. That's why we got all these massive protests in the streets. But shout out to the Iranians who started capturing a lot of these Mossad agents who were, of course, burning down shit, killing people. And of course, you got the Americans who are controlled by the Mossad, controlled by the cats with. We're on YouTube, so we gotta say cats with the hats. We gotta speak in code speak. Controlled by the.
Yes.
If you don't know cats with the hats, or you can say the cats with the tiny hats, okay? That control the banking system globally. So Iran did his due diligence and started going after the Mossad agents that have infiltrated all, like Sankara said, all aspects of Iranian society. And so they wanted to overthrow them from within. And so now they're being picked off, and now they're going to have to be executed. So the reason why you got all these problems in Africa, you better know, but it is the Mossad. It is because it's about them staying in power and the wealth of the world. So he's right. So You know, the person, the little white man sitting next to you on the matata. You think, oh, hey, little white man, how are you? He's a spy. We're
He's a
going.
Yeah,
spy. Yeah. I'm telling you, spies are the most
yeah.
common
They
people.
fit. Absolutely, I agree
You
with
actually,
you.
your one job as a spy is to fit in
True.
and not. And
Mm.
I have two things that I'm going to say
Okay.
first, so to support my statement on Ishowspeed.
Mm-hmm.
And first things first, do you know why the Mossad became one of the or the best intelligence service on the planet?
Let me
Because
know.
a time came when they were having some spies. Was it in was it in Argentina? It was at that time when they were post the whole World War II post
Mm-hmm.
It's about, it's
some of
about,
the
it's about,
years.
it's about, it's about post World War II. They supposedly see. I got. See, the court might not know nothing about when they were supposedly abducting the Nazis who did what they supposed to did in those camps, right?
No, I'm talking about how they became like they decided they became the best intelligence service. So when they were spying, one of their spies got caught, and the spy got publicly executed. And
Mm.
for the Israeli government, that was a no-no. There was like, now this is the last time we are ever sending our spies in that manner, and that's how and why Mossad is as dangerous as they are.
Mm.
So that's why I would say you will not think someone is a Mossad agent or a
Yeah.
CIA agent, but
That's true.
that reasoning of this guy might not be is exactly why you should think this guy is a Mossad agent.
Absolutely.
You
Well,
see,
that's
Yeah.
true. Well, that's true. What's the code of ethics? Look this up real quick. Every time. The code of ethics in Mossad said, through deception we do war.
Through deception, we do well. Okay.
Yeah, through deception, as the court said, you might know through deception we do war. So he said everything they do is for their power. All the lies, all through deception we do war or we wage war.
and then this is something I found quite interesting with Ishowspeed stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've watched his stream, and what is the word that he
I read that.
says? And in intelligence, it's key and very common to have code words,
That is true. Yes.
And every time he ends his stream, he says green apple.
Mm-hmm. He says green apple.
Every time he ends a stream, he must say green apple. Which other stream has a code word for ending their stream?
Right.
Which other streamer? So that we can
don't know.
actually classify and
I
say
do not. Maybe we
that's
should.
normal.
Maybe we should. Streamers. Do you stream? I do not.
I do not stream.
I agree. I agree with I agree with Saint Corey's resilience, but
I've never heard Kaisanat with the code
Do
word.
you watch him?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe snippets on TikTok.
Okay, me
But
too.
I've
Snippets
not
on
I've
YouTube.
not watched like a whole stream. But
too.
one thing I noticed with Ishowspeed stream is every time he says
Mm.
green apple, he's done with the stream.
Oh my! I'm gonna put a video right now of Ishowspeed. Continue.
Yes. So is he receiving instructions from somewhere? Why must
no,
he
no,
must have a code
no.
word?
Maybe.
Must he have a code word for ending the stream?
That's
I'm
actually
telling you, that guy stinks of CIA.
And that's a
no,
good-
no, no,
Yes,
no,
listen,
no,
Nita.
Stinks
no.
of the CIA.
He doesn't think of the CIA. See, that's what Saint Corey understand. Not at all.
CIA is
yeah.
not about no, it's not about shooting people and killing. It's about
Uh,
collecting information.
You forget Sankara. Sankara, listen, Sankara. I want you to listen. My
That is
background. I know. I agree. I want you to listen. My background is in military intelligence. So I'm telling you, speed is not a CIA asset at all. But
no,
I agree with you to look at him and come across that conclusion, or at least put that in your mind frame. I agree with that. But me being a former intelligence officer, Ishowspeed is not intelligent. Is not a recruit or an asset, as we would say. Could he be later on? Could he be later on? Right now, he's too young. He's too inexperienced. He's too inexperienced to be an asset because he would give it away.
and that
Maybe-
is why
maybe-
they will tell him, and that's why they will tell him.
Acting like he's an
Yes, that's I usually
No.
say. The ones who pretend
No,
to be stupid,
listen, you got
the ones who
you got-
who think stupid are one of the smartest people. It's actually
You
one
guys-
of my
you guys are not wait. You guys not understanding how intelligence works. Let me Let me
But
say it. Let me.
when he says,
Who's talking? Is it Mr. Newsom or
You guys
Sankara?
won't let me finish. I let you guys. I
Well,
said the reason why he wouldn't be an intelligent asset, guys, because he's too inexperienced and he's too unfamiliar with the world around him. So if you guys don't think he's an asset, you guys are gonna have to go in his past and say, okay, was he missing for 2 or 3 years somewhere? Because becoming an intelligent asset, especially that young, you got to be trained to be disciplined. Ishowspeed is not disciplined. So go back in his past and see if he has missing time at least 2 years of training. So go back in his history and see as he's not been accounted for at least 2 years of his life, and then you can start drawing that conclusion because there's got to be a time where he was off the grid and started to be trained. Because
now,
yes, as an asset, yeah, as an
now that
asset, as an asset, you're no good to me if you're undisciplined. You don't know how things work. You're not an asset for me. The assets, um, to get good intelligence, as Sankara said, you must be effortlessly be able to weave into societies and gather information without being detected. That takes
exactly,
training, Sankara. That takes training. You just don't say, okay, I'm going to recruit you for the Mossad or CIA. And yeah, that's great. That takes training. I was an
well,
intelligence
what if
officer.
he doesn't know what he signed up for?
you see, now actually he
No.
has said some points that actually would
Uh-huh.
support why I would say actual speed is actually is for real. He might be an
CRA?
intelligence agent.
Yeah.
Well, you said he lacks discipline. I'm going to concur. I'm not going to concur with you. I'm going actually to disagree with that because
Okay.
if you were to do the exact same stream he did, do you
Mm,
think someone without discipline would have managed
no.
that kind of stream?
No.
To be able to pull off that such kind of a stream, you require intense amount of discipline
Absolutely.
because
Yes.
he was in South Africa today, tomorrow he's in Zimbabwe, the other day
Sure.
he's in Zambia, the other day he's in Rwanda. There's no
Sure.
point. He said, I feel like Kenya is too good.
Let
Let
me
me
You
just
stay
take
for
a bit of
extra
a
listen,
days.
listen,
Let me
listen.
stay for
You're not understanding. He already
yeah.
did these. He already did these streams in Europe. So we're not understanding.
no in Africa.
He didn't. He didn't start these streams just in Africa. It's not his first streams. Understand? So,
Yes.
right. So let me finish. So the streams he's been doing, setting out, comes after years of being on the internet as a
Yes.
child, being 14 and 15 years old. So as his money grew, you know, we're becoming a popular stream. Then he can go and engage in these these larger streams. So of course he has people working for him who sets up these venues, guys. That's not him setting up the venues. He has people now who set up the venues for him. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with us. That has nothing to
It
do with Spike.
is.
That has nothing to
Even
do
if
with.
he
But
has a team, he's the
there's
boss.
not.
He can decide. Let us.
Absolutely.
He's
There's
the
not.
boss. He can decide. Let us take some few
Right?
more days here in
You
Nairobi
can say
because
that.
as much as he has a team, he's the
He
boss.
he can
That's fine.
he can say that, but I'm sure at 20, he's also listening to the people that are around that are more experienced. But there's nothing in I Show Speed that show any kind of spy crap. I'm just letting you know. I'm military
But
intelligence,
started,
said Corey.
he
Not,
started his YouTube career in 2016.
Yes, he was
That's like
13.
10 years right now.
Yes,
That's a long
yeah,
time.
yeah,
it
exactly.
is.
So exactly. So that means he was 10 years. That means he
So
was
what
not.
I'm going
He
to
was
say,
8 or 9 years old.
he's
he
kind of
got it. He was an 8 or 9 year old spy, said Corey.
the kind of training that the intelligence service does. It's
Yes,
not
I
just
do.
okay, for the military intelligence, I'm not well informed about that.
Well,
Okay.
it's,
So
it's, it's the same. It's the same conjunction. Understand that? Because when you look at military intelligence, they're attached at the hip with the Mossad and the actually military justice is more. You know about the Mossad, you know about CIA, but military justice, I mean military intelligence, is actually more comprehensive. It's more embedded. It's about the NSA in the military. Look this up, Irritan. Say the NSA has a bigger budget than the Mossad and the CIA combined. Say that. As Google that. The
yeah,
NSA
everyone knows that. I mean,
has a bigger budget. That's
but
military intelligence.
But you
Government.
see, not in for intelligence. Assets are not all trained like to be field
Of
operative.
course, of course,
So now,
everybody's
for
not a James
example,
Bond. Of
now,
course,
now, I'm gonna not everybody has to be trained to become a James Bond on
I know.
paper. You see, for example,
Mhm.
NWA, niggas with attitude. Those are musicians, right? Those are singers, and they were CIA assets who are told sing garbage in your music,
Mm.
right? So they will come and tell Ishowspeed, you continue
I
streaming.
don't know if you call them CIA assets because that was actually um, the cats that run the banks and run these private prisons. You're right. So there was a certain because okay, so if you want to, so Sankara is he's actually pretty smart. Surprised he knows all this shit. Yeah, in Africa, a lot of Africans don't know anything. Don't know how the world works. He knows. So
Ishowspeed is equals to CIA.
Mm.
They need someone who will come to Africa,
Right.
no question asked,
True.
record things, no questions asked, and
Facts.
then the people will be very natural, or they'll do
Around
whatever,
you.
or they'll do
but that,
garbage
but
around
that,
it.
but that, but
Because
that will work. But you give
you
them too
know,
much credit. You give them too much credit. I agree with you. I agree with you saying, Kurt, that'd be the perfect thing. But sadly, that didn't. You give them too much credit. They didn't. I know they're probably pissed off. Say, God damn, we could have got this young kid to do because he understand. Also,
where
Yeah.
this guy we really support the CIA
Hmm.
story is
Yeah.
because every
uh,
time even in his stay in Africa, he
Mm.
had government escorts.
Hmm.
You get it? So the
you
government
talking about
was
you talking about the
formed.
guy. You talking about the government escorts of said country, correct?
Every country he has been in Africa,
Yeah,
he
well,
had
that's what I'm saying. You had certain
government.
government.
Mm.
He's even had a tour of Nairobi from a government vehicle,
Right.
right?
Mm.
So this guy was under government protection, and his movement around the place, the places he visited, even in Nairobi, or the places
Right.
he visited outside, even in Ethiopia or whatever, it was government agents
True.
here
True.
and there
True.
who are welcoming him. Why? Because the government made was had an assignment to make sure this guy is ABCDXYZ,
Hmm.
where maybe one of the assignments is make sure this guy has gone here and here, make
Mm.
sure this guy is safe, make sure this guy is able to record whatever we want him to show us. You see,
Hmm.
that guy took an aerial tour of Nairobi city,
Hmm.
Because
right?
that was for political gain, Sanko. That was for the people because he's
No,
such
no,
a
no,
big
no, no,
streamer. That was for the political gain. He didn't meet every government official. He didn't meet no government official when he was in South Africa. He didn't meet any government official when he was in Zimbabwe. He didn't meet any government official, especially when he was in Mozambique. He did meet some government officials when he was
no.
in
When I talk about the
Eswatini.
government, okay, when I talk about government official, I don't mean a minister. I might even mean a tour guide, but
But
someone
guys,
who's
but god damn,
employed
you go. But
by the
if I'm
government.
if I'm part of your staff, I'm gonna reach out to the tour people. I'm gonna reach out to the knowledgeable tour people,
Okay, you
Sankara,
know,
so I can set up shit so
if
I don't look crazy. That's normal. That's not spy work again.
okay,
Mr.
Mr. Easy, right?
Producer.
Mr. Newson, what you can do is, if you come to Africa and stream, let us see if you'll have government escorts with you.
I'm not a big streamer like Ishowspeed. That's a different.
If that,
That's a
if
different
that,
thing. Okay. Explain this. Explain
if
this.
that
But
comes to Africa to stream, let us see if you'll have police escorts, right?
there's a difference because he has a brand that's huge. So where was all his government support when he was in Europe? It was no government support there. He had a few. Same thing you had in Africa. You had people out there that were tourists. I mean, part of the tourist department. They were the ones showing them around. That was set up. That wasn't the government. Fisher, that's part of the tourism area that
Everyone,
was coming in.
anyone and
You
every
know.
okay, all in all, everyone should know that he was on an intelligence mission. Come sunshine. Yeah,
You think his voice
he was here
intelligent?
on an intelligence mission, and you know,
Actually makes sense.
and it might be actually even naive to him,
it,
cause
it
he might
makes
actually
no
be
sense
told
at all.
He does.
What was
No,
it?
he might
Okay. See, you guys are in the weeds. Okay, what was
he's
the
too
objective? Okay, what was the objective? So you came in on tourists. What were the? So okay. We're gonna go. What you guys are critically think. Okay, so what were the objectives then? If he's here on a spy mission, what was it? What were the objectives they were trying to get?
to see the average African Gen Z and how
They
they
would,
live,
they would know the app. They already got the app.
how
They already got
their day to
sponsors
day
on the
life.
ground for that.
Because his aim was to go to a place that is as ordinary as possible. He wasn't going to extravagant places.
That is true.
He was going to the common mwananchi.
Yeah.
He was
That
going
doesn't
to.
work because if you're doing spy work, guys,
So that's what
those
I'm
are
saying. This guy might be used actually in the CIA, and even he himself, he doesn't even know, or he knows because the marshal will actually be paying him and telling him, "You get him, we'll give you a sequence here and there."
Yeah.
But
Is that-
from the intercoms
Yeah.
in Washington, whatever he's streaming, they are seeing it too.
That is true.
They could be seeing it too, and be like,
Mhm.
okay, so this is how the average. You saw how he popped up in Nairobi, and all Gen Zs in Nairobi popped up. So
Mm.
Nairobi Gen Z is XYZ ABCD. First things first, he noticed. Everyone in the world noticed Gen Z. Kenyan Gen Z is idol. That's the truth about it.
No, really.
That's the truth about it. And
That doesn't make any sense because the Gen Z in Angola showed up, the Gen Z in South Africa showed up, because the Gen Z in Zimbabwe showed up, the Gen Z in the Gen Z in Zambia showed up, the Gen Z in the Gen Z in everywhere showed up because they know him as a streamer. Nairobi's no different.
like my point with Nairobi, and this is where everyone, I'm going to say something that happened, and
Okay.
everyone saw happening, right?
Okay.
After his stream in Nairobi, everyone in the planet saw about it,
That
and
is true.
everyone, it was a world
Yes.
trend.
Absolutely.
And my point with the Nairobi Gen Z saying what I said
Mhm.
is the scale at which they showed up.
Mhm.
It's not about them not showing up. It's the
Okay.
scale at
Mhm.
which they showed up.
You think of the scale. The scale was big in all of them, but the biggest scale was in Ethiopia. So every time who was the biggest people to show up, it wasn't Kenya, it was Ethiopia.
He's still finishing his.
So my point
Sentence?
was,
Go ahead.
with how Gen Zs or how they respond to Ishowspeed appearing, whatever, they're able to learn psychological bits and psychological facts about us as a
Mm.
people here and there. You might think it's not, but it is. The fact that people are willing to do whatever they're supposed to do, or whatever that was done on the stream,
Absolutely.
they can be able to sit down and have psychological analysis. They be like, okay,
Of course, but that doesn't make you spy. I agree with that, Sankara. They're gonna do that anyway.
wait. In Nairobi, for example, they will sit down and do an analysis. They'll be like, okay, in Nairobi, he showed up at KICC, and in 5, 10, 15 minutes, the place was packed. That is something that a psychoanalysis might sit down and be like, okay, so Nairobi Gen Z is ABCD XYZ. These are group that might be quite reactive. If you tell them this and this and all, you might get engagement heavy. You might get ABCD XYZ. That's what I'm saying. This guy, you
You think that was the only thing in that's been in all African countries. All black African countries been the same. Sankara. That was the same in damn South Africa. That was the same in Angola. That was the same in Mozambique.
The numbers that showed up. No. The numbers that showed up in Kenya, not the numbers that showed up in Mozambique, and everyone. These are
the numbers that showed up the numbers that showed up in Ethiopia are bigger than Kenya. So and what? I know they're bigger. The ones in Ethiopia were bigger. The biggest stream you did, and the biggest people were in Ethiopia, not Kenya.
At the end of the day, whatever group of country or whatever country was the most, he got the most people.
That's Ethiopia.
It doesn't change the fact that the guy was recording all these things. It
Of
doesn't. It
course.
doesn't change the fact that he was interacting with real people on the ground.
As opposed to, of course, it doesn't. But that doesn't mean that's spy work, because you could just take those. Because you better believe, is the CIA and Mossad looking at what he did? Yes. As an intelligence agency, you'd be stupid not to. Are they? Are they now controlling him? No, not at all. But will they think about controlling him in the future? Absolutely. Because they'll come to him later on when they think he's mature enough. They say, listen, here, son, we need you to do this and do that. Your reach is now big because now
Yeah.
because now he's becoming a threat to global power. You gotta understand, listen, what you see here.
Code word.
He wants to finish the stream. That's
He
why
has
he
a
says
code
that.
word.
For his filmers. I'm gonna play this.
So much in his streams. Green apples. But it's actually for a very important reason that affects his health and well-being. Contrary to most phrases in Speed streams, this is not a joke.
At
On May
well-being.
14th, 2024, Speed went live on YouTube in a stream called IRL Nightlife in South Korea. Speed had been streaming for over 5 hours straight, and he had been surrounded by thousands of fans all day. It was very unsafe in certain moments, and at the end of the stream, he said this.
Green apples, green apples, green apples.
But the real reason behind green apples will blow your mind. Speed would continue to say green apples during future streams with Mr. Beast, and when he traveled all over Europe. Fans started bringing Speed green apples to his meetups to join in on the joke. But Speed originally said green apples as a code word to his filmer, so he would end the stream and Speed could finally relax off camera.
It's funny. It's funny how I said Corbin think this guy's a damn agent, but not Mr. Beast, no good ass. You would think Mr. Beast, no good ass, is the real Mossad and CIA agent, not
I agree with
Speed.
that.
But you would think, but you won't say nothing about Mr. Beast, no good ass. That's crazy to me.
All making sense.
If anybody was, Mr. Beast would be the damn agent, because his natural hate for Africans is known. You know, you goopy Negroes.
Okay. If Mr. Beast was an agent,
He
how
is.
would he?
What? So I would see. You know, see, you don't want to say Mr. Beast. Your mind don't even go to Mr. Beast. It goes to the black man. It's crazy.
His MO. If
So you don't believe?
Okay. It's MO.
Oh my
It's
God.
MO. His MO is to go to African countries and say, look at these poor dirty niggas.
Before
He's saying it.
his MO.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Mr. Beast is talking about it.
Okay. Let him start again.
What is this modus operandi you're asking me? Modus operandi is if anybody, he's the one collecting information. He's the one keeping Africa in the back. Look at these poor, dirty, wretched niggas, right? He's the one keeping this stereotype going. He's the one saying, oh, I'm the white savior and blah, blah, blah. He's the one that's exploiting Africa. He's openly exploiting the place. And you still was, if anything, he would be the goddamn agent because he's gaining all his fame. He promotes poverty porn. And that's what the CIA wants out there in the Mossad. They want the poverty porn. The Africans are backward, stupid, can't do shit on their own. They need people to help them, especially the white man. That's poverty porn. If anything, he's the agent. He's the one coming to gather information. And he's the one coming up, oh, I'm setting up businesses in Africa with chocolate and all that. Who needs his ass to set up any chocolate business in schools and shit?
And wells. Steve up wells.
Yeah, look at that. I need these backward Negroes can't even build their own well on their own land. See how stupid they are.
Mr. Beast at that point then becomes an equivalent to Bill Gates then.
Bill Gates is an asset of the city. Bill Gates
I've said it.
Let me explain. Well, let me explain. See, let me explain. So Corey's smart, but let me explain this unequivocal. Let me teach you something. Me teach you this. Probably gonna block this. Probably gonna even block this show. Let me teach you something. Bill Gates is phony. Mark Zuckerberg is phony. Elon Musk is phony. These are all creations of the CIA, really through the Rothschild and Rockefeller families. These are all fakes. So let me teach you something. If you think Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, you are an absolute moron. If you think Bill Gates created Microsoft, you are an absolute moron. If you believe Elon Musk created anything, you are an absolute moron.
But we
These
created
are put faces on things that the CIA would create behind the scenes. So I want Airtime. They're gonna admit this, but they know you guys don't never really follow. I want Airtime to put us up. So just ask Google this because they created Google. If you think the morons who created Google, you are a moron. Okay?
Right.
The CIA created Facebook. The CIA created goddamn Microsoft. The CIA created goddamn Google. These are facts, not these people you said. These are front men. These are fake people. Shout out to the one Chinese guy got that right doing the Chinese professor showing the same thing I've been saying. Okay, so ask is let's just cause I want Google a lot. Say did intelligence money here? Say did intelligence money fund the beginning of Google and Facebook? Let's just say that because they're gonna lie to you. So you know, Google was created by the CIA, so was Facebook. Not no kid, not no dropout kid. But just say let's just say Facebook first. Let's say did intelligence money fund Facebook? And I named the CIA company that did it if you need to know the company.
Alrighty, they're saying evidence suggests the U.S. intelligence community research grants played a role in the academic research that led to Google, but there's no evidence of direct.
That's how I do plausible deniability. It's plausible.
Right.
Facebook, Google, all created by the CIA. And really, not even the CIA at that time, created by military, where I worked at, military intelligence. DARPA.
While the CIA's venture arm in QTEL invested in technologies later acquired by Google.
It's called InQtel.
InQtel,
right?
sorry.
Yeah. I already know now. Y'all okay? So you got these things online. InQtel created Facebook, but military intelligence created Google. Military intelligence created the what you call the internet. That's created by military intelligence. So so when you're looking at Facebook, and you got a front man of fake Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg was 18 at a dropout at Harvard, and he had billions of dollars to create Facebook. If you believe that story, you are an absolute moron. Just like with the fake cryptocurrency scam they gave you. If you believe somebody in Japan named Yoko Takamoko, whatever his goofy name is, created Bitcoin, you are an absolute moron. Bitcoin was created again by U.S. military intelligence. Created by, they give a fake story, Yodo Yakamoto, whatever the fuck his fake name is. You ever know the world works? There was no Mark Zuckerberg created. And if you never noticed, they're always what? Cats with the hats. Ain't it funny? They're cats with the hats that created the Google, cats with the hat that created the Facebook, or cat with the hat adjacent. If you think any of these morons create any of these social media platforms, you are an absolute idiot. They're all running back by the CIA and the Mossad now. That's why they were. The only one that wasn't was TikTok, and what they got it now. They said we gotta have it. We're gonna shut it all down because they need to have backdoors and they need to have propaganda for you to follow to shape your narrative, right? Mm-hmm. So this is narrative. This is mind control. So Facebook, these are mind control. So Facebook. So what happened was, because me being in the military, and friends of mine told me, you guys remember the show came out like 25 years ago? It was all over a show called Big Brother.
Big Brother, yes.
Yeah, remember Big Brother, London, Big Brother, all these different shows, right? Yeah. So the CIA, so Sankara is right. They watch everything. So the intelligence was looking at that. That show. Like, that sounds crazy. They were thinking, well, damn, people will give up their information freely if they don't know it's the government that's getting it. Because you're not gonna give up your, you're not gonna say this is what I'm eating, this is what I'm doing on Instagram and Facebook every time. If you know it's going to military intelligence, you're like, what? I'm not getting on that shit. You crazy? So I must, as Sankara got so right. That's why he's saying Speed is a front man. That's true. That's what they would do. But okay, so I need a front man airtime and naming something so they make some fake story. This Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. How? He ain't got no billion. You know how much it costs to get billions of servers globally? Multi-billions of dollars. Some goofy kid that's 18 from Harvard got billions of dollars. Oh, they don't. How some goofy kid can put the intricacies together to be in every country in the world? He wouldn't. That's how you know. That's why critically think you need to know these are lies. So shout out to Sankara, because that's what he's saying. You know, you do have front people, so that is true. I don't think Speed is one, but what he's saying is plausible. So he does understand how the game works. So I give Sankara that credit. So Bill Gates is a front man. He's a moron. You ever listen to Bill Gates? You can't tell Bill Gates is an absolute moron. That's how bad, because you guys get caught with the money. He's a billionaire. Bill Gates is an absolute moron. He doesn't even know how to do computer code. You didn't know, but suppose he created Microsoft. He can't even code a computer. So you know that's a lie. But you guys say, so they give you a fake story, just like Sankara got it right. He's a billionaire creator of Microsoft. Iraton. Look at him. And you say, okay, well, show us how you did it. Well, I don't know how to actually code Iraton. What? You don't know how to code, or you create a computer company? Yeah, I'm the brain. It's all lies. Yeah. Then you go back and check his family. His family is what? Connected to military intelligence. Go back to Zuckerberg's family. The cats with that, they're connected to military intelligence. They're front men. They ain't create no damn fucking Facebook. That's created by the military. Microsoft, the military. And so that's why they keep pushing out these narratives when they're out there in public. It's about complete control of your mind and your movement. And so that's why all these that's why we're so heavily shadow banned, because they control, because the intelligence agencies goes to whoever they don't want out there. They make sure you don't get traction. They let all the so this would give credence. I'm not saying it's true, but this would give credence to Sankara's argument. Because why? Because why would they allow him to get that big? Because they usually don't let you get that big without them being the influence behind you, right? So that does give credence to what Sankara is saying. I'm not saying it's true, but it does give credence, because usually they don't allow you to grow so big without you being controlled.
Right. That is so true. 100%. Those all making sense 100%. There's this video about Bill Gates, and he was being interviewed about his qualification, about everything that he claims that he is or he's built. I want to play this video.
As a matter of fact, the predecessor of Windows, MS-DOS, was created by Gary Kildall, which you then basically stole from him.
No, they didn't steal it. They gave it. Listen. They allowed him to steal it, so they know he didn't create anything. But see, and Sankara got it right. I'm gonna keep playing this, but Sankara got it right. This is behind the scenes. They're moving him into making him a front man.
So then let's leave the computer world for a moment. You have been a major spokesperson for COVID vaccines during
You're a
the
doctor.
pandemic.
Yes.
What exactly makes you a computer engineer who didn't even program his initial product?
Told you, programs.
Pharmaceutical industry.
I have read a lot of books about that topic.
But how does that?
Okay, go ahead. It's so obvious that he's an asset. Go ahead.
How do you feel about it now? Now, what have you contributed to the world?
Nothing.
My
I'm not
biggest
sure if you're
question.
aware, but I created the world's most popular computer operating system.
He didn't create that. He said, no, you didn't.
You who created it. As a matter of fact, the predecessor of Windows, MS-DOS, was created by Gary Kildall, which you then basically stole from him for a couple.
He didn't steal it. The intelligence agency gave it to him. You understand? Bill Gates is a puppet front man. He's not a real he's a front man. So like he didn't create anything because he's a moron. And that's why I tell you guys, stop looking as Africans as South Sankara. Stop thinking people got money. Start understanding behind the scenes, where do they come from? Like Eric Times now going back into his background. Literally, I got papers. I was in the military. This guy is he's an idiot. That's why he's a puppet up there. Bill Gates ain't never created nothing. He's an idiot. Good. Just like Elon Musk is an idiot.
Successful company like Microsoft.
So then let's leave the computer world for a moment. You have been a major spokesperson for COVID vaccines during the pandemic.
Yes.
What exactly makes you a computer engineer who didn't even program his initial product himself?
Exactly.
A valid representative of the pharmaceutical.
I've read a lot of books.
I have read a lot of books about that
Yes.
topic and met with specialists from the field all over the world.
Mr. Gates, with all due respect, how do you feel about it now?
Yeah, that was a very amazing, straightforward interview over there, and tells you like, no.
He tell you he doesn't know shit. I remember experts all over the world, and he don't know shit.
As we're winding up, family.
My question to Bill Gates would be,
Okay.
why would they have opinions about health, vaccines, abanga sijui cows fatty
Yes.
problem?
Yes.
Is he a doctor?
In Kenya, remember?
No, he's not. It's not just kid. That's the globe. No, he's not exactly. Sankara. He's not a doctor, but he's putting that. He's a puppet of the people who don't want their faces out there, that want to do what they call population reduction. So he'll get the blame as far as moving of the fake GMO meats, the fake food. He's the man out in front. He's the front man for all that shit. He doesn't even know how shit works. But that's why.
Load piece of
Right?
fucking shit.
And people are becoming will be like, oh, vaccines nowadays, no. So
Fuck
like,
that shit.
what's
And then
the
people
other
like,
way?
fuck
Let's use
shit.
cows because
Yeah.
we're all gonna eat beef. You know?
And then he was like, if people don't want to be vaccinated, let us fuck up your cows. And you're like,
Absolutely.
there is a
Exactly.
problem in the world that if your cows take fert, your
Yeah.
cows are ferting, they're destroying our planet. And I'm like, you think God was stupid to make cows and them fighting? You idiot.
Yeah,
You
but on the
different
comment
idiot.
section, as you're winding up, when anything pops up about Bill Gates, everybody in the comment section, they know what's happening.
He's a piece of shit.
The comments are people know what he's all about. That's a good thing. That's a really, really, really good thing.
But no, I don't know if people. I don't know if people are as smart as Sankara. I don't know. I don't think most Africans are as smart as him.
They're there. They are
Some,
there.
but that he's in the minority. I mean, I say, why you always try to feel like I'm trying to just throw Africans under the bus? I'm just saying, I'm being honest and saying Sankara is not the average. I want him to be the average, but he's not. I want him to be the average. I want him to be in the majority, but right now he's in the minority. I need him to be in the majority. I'm just saying. That's why they keep Africans get these goopy scoopies.
More than Kenya's in different parts of Kenya and Africa.
I'm not saying that's not true. I'm saying the majority is still ignorant. Don't understand how the world really works. They're caught in goopy religions and nonsense. They don't understand how the world works. Like, okay, Pan Sankara, go outside right now and just talk to the average man about what he just said. Can he do that?
He'll be stoned to death, Buana.
He told you that. He doesn't even be stoned to death. That's the problem.
Outside here, people are stupid. And that is the problem. And actually,
I'm glad he said that. True.
And this is something now that should be revised in our constitution. Becoming stupid should be a criminal offense.
God damn.
Whereby if we discover you're stupid, you should either be jailed or killed. I mean, we understand there's lacking of knowledge,
Right.
but there's been stupid.
Absolutely.
You understand? You can lack information about something which we actually understand. Ignorance, yes, we understand. As much as ignorance is no defense, we understand not knowing. We do not tolerate being stupid. And what do I say being stupid? It's whereby it's whereby where do I say being stupid? It's whereby you as an African or you as a black person, you have been turned into this motherfucker who worships white people, and you've decided to worship them with all
Exactly.
your heart, with all your soul, with all
Right.
your mind, and with all your strength. That's when we declassify you and call you a stupid person and a retard.
Right.
Yes, because you've decided to consciously and agreeably decided to worship the white person.
Right.
Shame on you, by the way, if you hear
Regardless
and
of
if you can
how
hear
they
my
show you
voice,
who they
if you
are.
can hear
You
my
got
voice, you worship the white person. Fuck you and your grandfather and
see.
everyone.
That's what I need more in Africa. What he just said exactly. And him being honest, he said he'd be stoned to death. I've been to Africa here, Todd. I tell you, the ignorance when I first got there was crap. Like this is crazy. This ain't no accident. This is on purpose. Much love,
Destinations.
guys. Okay, wind
Thank
up.
you guys for joining us on YouTube picture. That has been our time with the one and only.
Sankara, it
It's
has been a
But
the
say,
blast.
but say, Cole's argument is credible. I don't agree
yes,
with it, but
yes,
I see how he can come with those
right.
conclusions. So I mean,
Really,
I might not agree, but it's also
it makes
there could be it
yeah,
could be.
yeah, it definitely
The
makes
guy is
sense.
definitely collecting intelligence. There's no lie about that. The guy is definitely gathering intelligence, whether he knows it or not.
And that, I would agree with that because every
Well, it
stream is collecting intelligence.
Not, he's
that's a
gathering
fact.
intelligence, whether he
Yes,
knows it or not. If he
absolutely.
knows it, then he's a fucking asshole, and I believe he knows it.
Mhm.
I believe he knows
No,
it.
it doesn't. I disagree with that, Sankor, but your argument is valid. You have a valid argument. I can't say your argument is far fetched and crazy because
Right.
it's valid, but I don't agree with it, and so I respectfully disagree.
Whether
So,
he knows it or not,
Absolutely,
he's gathering
guys.
intelligence.
well, that's
Thank you
true.
for joining us. You can download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackwoodfireradionetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements, a clothing with the Blackwood Fire Radio logo on it. It's your girl, Yuta Longoria, again with the one and
Only
only.
Sankara.
Come on, and this year, remember to.
Let this share be a filler episode.
The next,
You
the
must
next,
ask
the
about
next,
that.
the
Give
next,
it all this
the
shit.
next show.
Give them the best show, the best performance.
Yes.
I know you're on autopilot, but we need to get out of autopilot. We've been in autopilot for too long. Whatever you need to do to get yourself out of autopilot, do it. Try something new in the workplace. Apply for a new job. Maybe look at a new career. Maybe chase the dream that
I
you've
love
always
what you
wanted
just
to
said
dream.
just now.
Thicken the plot. Yes, you're gonna get dirty. Yes, you might fail, but there's a story to tell, darling.
Yes,
And
don't
you
let.
learn something new. You become a new person when you fail.
Correct,
When
correct.
you give something your all and it may not work out, you transform.
Yes.
So you did not fail because you became new.
Good
There's a
point.
new version of you that you uncovered.
Uh-huh.
Guys, don't let this should be a filler episode. Do
No.
things for the plot.
You know, that's the thing about life, you know.
Tell me.
There's some episode in some movie. You'll be like, nah, let me skip this.
Filler episode. Let's thicken the plot. And I'm not saying just do negative things. Let's really thicken the plot.
Yeah, if
Really?
you've never done
Let's
bungee job
thick-
before, go and do bungee job.
Yeah,
Why
try
not?
something new in the bedroom.
What do you do with conversation?
I don't know. I like to cover all bases. Guys, don't let this shit.
Absolutely.
I
we
knew
have-
something going to the bed. I thought these guys were a little fruity, darling. That's that British talk. You won't call no black man in America darling. Hey, darling. What? Who? What you say?
I'm sending you so much love and light.
I'm sending you love. I'm sending you love, darling.
I'm sending you love, darling. That's where top.
Feel the freshness, darling.
Absolutely.